What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Roster Watch on YouTube and on the podcast. Make sure you click that like and click that subscribe button if you're watching here on YouTube. And if you're on Spotify, make sure to rate it 5 stars. We would greatly appreciate you do that. Today, we're back with some mock drafts. This week is going to be a very busy week. Today, Byron is out in California for the Dallas Cowboys training camp. Tomorrow, he'll be at the Rams and Chargers. Later this week, he'll be at the Raiders. Myself, I'll be on the road in Carolina, going to the Panthers camp on Tuesday and Wednesday. It's going to be a very busy week. I'll be at the Fantasy Football Expo Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I'll be at the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday. And then next week, I got the Vikings, Tennessee, and Trashman has Houston. So we're hot and heavy right now. It's training camp season. As you all know, if you're paying attention, staying tuned in, staying tapped in. We appreciate you guys. Overweight Lover in the chat. What's your take on Jaden Reed? Come on, man. We've seen a little bit of Jaden Reed buzz going through training camp. I love me some Jaden Reed. I think the only player on that Green Bay offense right now, if I'm correct, I saw this tweet, and me and Alex have talked about it. I think Josiah DeGuire is the only non-first or second-year player on that roster. Love me some Jaden Reed. So shout out to you, Overweight Lovers, for being in the chat. Jamie Perog in the chat as well. Cody, what's up? Been missing on you a lot. Hey, man, we're staying tuned in. We're staying tapped in. This is the time of year right now. Doing a couple of these mocks every week. I'm on SiriusXM on the weekend. SiriusXM right now is where most of the podcasts are coming. But we're 1 month away today from the first game of the year. September 7th. Today's August 7th. September 7th. Chiefs-Lions, baby. I'm excited. So stay tuned in. Again, training camp tours going on right now. We got the mock drafts coming right now. Alex will be live with the podcast tomorrow. We'll have some updates from Byron, from Trashman, from myself. It's the season of fun, and this is fantasy football, baby. So without further ado, we're gonna get going into a couple of mocks over on the Fantasy Pros simulator. Again, you can go over to rosterwatch.com right now, and you can get version 1.1 of the standard and half PPR cheat sheet. Byron uploaded that last week. And then you also have the brand new, which is what we're going to do today, the PPR version 5.0, one quarterback PPR, which is what we will be running today. If you're in the chat, drop a comment and let me know what pick you want to go from. Otherwise, I'm going to go from the 3 hole. So let me know. But you can go get 5.0 version 5.0 that is freshly updated at midnight last night via Alex Dunlap. And then you can also get the 2QB and the Superflex version 5.0 as well over at rosterwatch.com. Become a pro or a premium member. We really appreciate it. We got some stuff cooking for the next month, and I tell you what, this season is going to be very, very fun. We also have the offensive line rankings over at rosterwatch.com. We have the season-long prop tool. We have strengths of schedule for quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end, and there's much more coming for in-season, of course. Rosterwatch.com. Go check it out. All right, now let's mock, baby. Let's mock. We're going to go from the 3 hole here, PPR, one quarterback. Nope. Okay, we're going to go from the 11 hole. Shout out to Overweight Lover in the chat on YouTube. If you're in the chat, you get the pick. I'll go from your spots. Overweight Lover, appreciate you. All right, 11 hole here. One quarterback, 2 running back, 2 receiver, 1 tight end. 2 flex, not 1 flex. 2 flex, 1 defense, 1 kicker, 7 bench. We're going to be using the ESPN NFL, RTS, Sleeper, and Composite ADPs. And we're going to be using we're going to be using the PPR cheat sheet 5.0. We got her all tuned in. And now let's mock. All right. Now, remember, using the Roster Watch cheat sheet, 3 simple rules, top of the screen. Mark the player off the chart as they're drafted. Select the highest remaining player. And 3, if there's a tie, choose the player you like. So again, we're on the mock draft simulator over here at Fantasy Pros right now. We're going to click on roster. So our roster shows up. We're going to click on top ranked players because we don't want them to suggest shit for us. We want our rankings because that's what the cheat sheet does. It eliminates guys as it goes. We're sitting here at the 11. Stephon Diggs goes 8. Bijan Robinson goes 9. And Saquon Barkley goes to Apple of my Ayuk. It's a great team name from the computer over here from the 10 hole. We're on the board at number 11. It looks like we have Tony Pollard or CeeDee Lamb. I don't think these guys are side by side, but I'm going to pull up the cheat sheet just so I can reference it offhand. Tony Pollard and CeeDee Lamb are, in fact, side by side. So I'm going to go ahead and take CeeDee Lamb. And Pollard falls to us at the 202. So we'll go ahead and take Pollard. And we got a Dallas start from right here. And again, Tony Pollard and CeeDee Lamb are guys that are currently, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, both top 9 guys for us, 8 and 9 respectively. Can't get mad. Tony Pollard, CeeDee Lamb, this offense should be potent, should be a top 5 offense in the NFL this year. Now we're looking at Devonta Smith and Aaron Jones in round 2. The last 5 picks have been Jalen Hurts at the 307, Breece Hall 308, Travis Etienne 39, Najee Harris 310. We're here at the 311. Devonta Smith is the best player available. His ADP is 26. Aaron Jones is next at 39. We'll go ahead and take Devonta Smith here. So we're going to stay in the NFC East. Chris Godwin and T. Higgins are the turn. So T. Higgins was the next bar down. So if T. Higgins would have made it to us, that would have been our selection here. But we'll go ahead and take Aaron Jones because he's the highest available right now on the PPR cheat sheet over at RosterWatch.com. Now, going into round 5, Cam Akers goes 506. Alvin Kamara feels like he got a little bit of bump here. 507. 507 for Alvin Kamara. Lamar Jackson, 508. Tyler Lockett, 509. Terry McLaurin, 510. And we're up at 5'11 right here. And it looks like Jerry Jeudy might be on his own line. Nope, it's next to Breece Hall. But Breece Hall's gone. So we're going to go ahead and take Jerry Jeudy right here. Give us our third wide receiver. That's Lamb, Devonta Smith, and Jerry Jeudy. We got Oklahoma. We got Alabama. We got Alabama. J.K. Dobbins, Rachaad White go 5'12 and 6'01. And at the 6'02, the best player available for us right now is none other than James Conner. James Conner's ADP is 62. The next best player is 83. I'm not sure if Montgomery will fall to us at the end of round 7, but if he did, that would be a pretty electric slide. He does not. So that's our start. Tony Pollard, Aaron Jones, James Conner, running back, CeeDee Lamb, Devonta Smith, and Jerry Jeudy at the wide receiver position. Now 7-11 is on the board. We just had a run of tight ends with Dallas Goedert at the 7-8, Kyle Pitts at the 7-9, and Evan Ingram at the 7-10. We're at the 7-11, and I think we're going to go ahead and take our 4th running back, and it looks like it's going to be James Cook here in PPR. Isaiah Pacheco's next, DeAndre Swift. Those are the list of guys that we like right here. And we're going to go ahead and take James Cook, and then we're going to fall to the 802. We're going to go running back again, and we're going to take Isaiah Pacheco. So that's going to go ahead and give us our 4th and 5th running backs. That's Tony Pollard, Aaron Jones, James Conner, James Cook, Isaiah Pacheco. And now we're on the board at 9-11. A-Chain, Brennan Cooks, Michael Thomas go off in this range. Jamal Williams just went 907, so he's going a few rounds ahead of where Kendre Miller's going. So we're here at 9-11, and Elijah Moore, our boy, is here. His ADP is 150. And then Zay Flowers, 119. I'm going to go ahead and pull the Uno reverse here, and I'm going to end up getting both of these guys because I'm going to take Zay here because I think there's a better chance that this turn team takes Zay than that is they take Elijah. So I'm going to go ahead and take Zay here, and we're going to get Elijah on the flip at 10:02. Bing, bang. They took Gabe Davis and Quentin Johnson, so I do think potentially they would have went Zay there. So that's also some theory in there, right? We love Elijah Moore. We got him considerably ahead of ADP, and you can follow the cheat sheet, but when you get to a certain spot like that, especially picking from the 11 hole, if you're like, damn, I know this guy's ADP is way down the sheet, or you're drafting live and somebody else, everyone's using consensus bullshit magazines, and Elijah Moore is like not on the page. Take a guy like Zay that is higher on the page. Just if he's, of course, like this back-to-back thing right here. Just understand that. Me and Alex have talked about that before with the likes of David Montgomery. We still do a David Montgomery swap until the ADP's kind of adjusted, where we had David Montgomery so high, and we knew that if we took, I think it was like Christian Watson or Drake London was in the conversation, and you could make it back 5 picks later, and you knew he would still be sitting there, and you get 2 for the price of 1. Just kind of a little it's not bastardizing the sheet, but it's being smart and using the sheet to your advantage. So I'm going to go ahead and take Elijah Moore here to 10:02. So our receiving room currently, CeeDee Lamb, Devonta Smith, Jerry Jeudy, Zay Flowers, Elijah Moore. This is a standard, classic, beautiful PPR build for us right here. Tony Pollard, Aaron Jones, James Conner, Isaiah Pacheco, James Cook for the running back position. Now we're at 11-11. Jaylen Warren goes, Deonta Foreman goes, and then we're looking in the eyes of Roschon Johnson with an ADP of 218. Rondale Moore's right here, and David Njoku. David Njoku's ADP is 82. He is at the top of the sheet right here, technically. I'm going to take David Njoku. There's our tight end. We got David Njoku here, and Roschon's going to be right there at the 12:02. So this is, like I said, just being smart with this. And then we fall to the 13-11, and after defense Jets, defense Patriots, Kirk Cousins, Donovan Peoples-Jones go to the board, we get not a quarterback, Not one quarterback, the quarterback. He was 6 of 8 yesterday in practice for the Indianapolis Colts. He had 3 passing touchdowns and he had a rushing touchdown. I'm telling you what, I'll die on this one this year. And again, a year ago, I was not on this boat. I thought he needed 2 more years at Florida, but I'm talking about fantasy football right now. I'm not talking about the NFL. In fantasy football, Anthony Richardson in 1 QB is the only thing you need. My 2 massive targets this year is Anthony Richardson and Darren Waller. And I'm going to go ahead and take Anthony Richardson here at 13-11. This is stupid. This is stupid, Valley. If you can keep getting guys like this, I don't think he's going to be here in 3 weeks, but we're going to take him right here because he's at the top of the board and we need a quarterback by the name of Anthony Richardson. I appreciate you guys in the chat. Make sure you click that like button and click subscribe because we're going to keep on doing these all the way until the season starts. Again, training camp's coming up this week. Byron is out in California at Dallas camp today, tomorrow, Rams, Chargers, later this week, Raiders. And I'm going to be at the Panthers this week and then the Steelers this weekend. So stay tuned in. Everything Roster Watch. We're going to have live shows every single day this week, as well as SiriusXM on Friday at noon. We're going to be live Friday at noon and then Saturday in the evening on SiriusXM channel 87. All right, let's finish out this draft right here. We got, again, a loaded roster, and we got 2 bench spots left to fill. We're going to go ahead and take Tyjae Spears here, the 1402. And then with the last selection, we're going to go ahead and snag Van Jefferson from the Rams, and then that's going to be an auto draft. I'll tell you what, I'm going to bet Fantasy Pro is going to give this bad boy at 97. 96. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's a roster right here. This is a roster. I'm telling you right now. Anthony Richardson, Tony Pollard, Aaron Jones, CeeDee Lamb, Devonta Smith, David Njoku, Jerry Jeudy, James Conner, James Cook, Isaiah Pacheco, Zay Flowers, Elijah Moore, Roshan Johnson, Tyjae Spears, Van Jefferson. We'll start crying. Derek Brown gives us a 99. My gosh. What do you guys think of this roster? Is anybody in the chat disagree with me about the Anthony Richardson take? Richardson and Waller are, like, to me, the 2 guarantees this year as far as how I feel about the quarterback and tight end position. I love it so much. All right, we're going to run another one of these sims here. Maybe we got time for 2 if we can crush this one right here. We've been doing just 2 per show, but we just ran through that one pretty quick. I'm going to go ahead, go PPR. We're going to go snake. Let's go from the 3 hole this time. Again, 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, 1 tight end, 2 flex, 1 kicker, 1 defense, 7 bench. We're going to go ahead and use all the ADPs like I mentioned before, and we're going to go ahead and use PPR 5.0. You can get PPR version 5.0 over rosterwatch.com right now. Again, don't bastardize the sheet. It's simple, it's straightforward, it's easy, and it's how you become a champion in fantasy football. Mark the players off the chart as they are drafted. Select the highest remaining player. If there's a tie, choose the player you like. Again, here we are picking from the 103. We're going to switch this over to top-ranked players. We're going to go to roster. And at the 101, Jefferson went up the board. 102, Austin Eckler. And at the 103, we're going to go ahead and get our boy Christian McCaffrey. All right, and then we're going to slide all the way to the 210. And the 210, our top-ranked player is Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, and Jalen Waddle. And I'm going to go ahead and take the big dog, Derrick Henry, right here. All right, we're at the 303. The picks between us. Patrick Mahomes goes 211. Ramondre Stevenson 212. Calvin Ridley 301 and Josh Jacobs 302. Feels like Calvin Ridley's kind of climbing up into the area where he belongs. You see Chris Olave go 29. Keenan Allen 26. Garrett Wilson 25. Ridley's starting to get to that price where it's I like it. Too far. That's kind of where I'm getting on Ridley, and I like Ridley. So we're up here 303. Waddle and ETN are the 2 best players, and Waddle is just 1 spot higher than ETN, and we need a receiver, so we're going to take Jalen Waddle right here as wide receiver numero uno. We're going to fall to the 410, and Deebo Samuel is sitting here saying, what's up, dude? I might be the best receiver in football if Trey Lance is my quarterback. Take him. Come on down. Join the team. Deebo. Between him and this pick, George Kittle goes 411, Miles Sanders 412, J.K. Dobbins 501, and DeAndre Nuke Hopkins goes 502. So that leaves us with Dameon Pierce and Jerry Jeudy. Dameon Pierce is 1 spot higher than Jerry Jeudy, and then Drake London is 1 spot lower than Jerry Jeudy. So we're going to go ahead and take Dameon Pierce here, running back 3. So we got Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Dameon Pierce, Jalen Waddle, Deebo Samuel, and now we're at the 6'10". It's Montgomery and Mike Evans, and they're on the same exact line. And because this roster has 2 wide receivers and 3 running backs already, I'm going to go ahead and take Mike Evans, who has an ADP of 10 spots higher than Montgomery. And this is exactly what I just talked about in that last draft. If you can bet on, you're close to the turn here. We're at 6'10". We have a pick at 703. There's a higher chance that Montgomery falls to 703 than Mike Evans falls to 703. So we're going to go ahead and take Mike Evans right here and see if Montgomery doesn't fall to us at the 703. He falls to us. There he is. Come on down, David Montgomery. We were always going to draft you. We just had to, we like value around here. So we're going to go ahead and take value. Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Damian Pierce, and David Montgomery. Wide receivers, Jalen Waddle, Deebo Samuel, and Mike Evans. We're going to go on down to the 8-10. The last 4 picks. Rashad Bateman, 806. Trevor Lawrence, 805. I kind of like that price. Brandon Cooks, 807. Odell Beckham, 88. And Dak Prescott goes 8-9. We're on the board here at 8-10, and we're looking at Elijah Moore. You know how I feel about Elijah Moore. We just took him in the last draft. We're going to continue to get him in a majority of these drafts. Let's see here. We have him 4 spots higher than Michael Thomas. We again, I'm going to do this again. Elijah Moore's here. Michael Thomas is right there. We're going to get Michael Thomas with this next pick, I think. But there's a better chance that Elijah Moore's ADP of 150 falls to that 903 because it's 6 picks away. It'd be a worse example if I was picking from the 5 or 6 hole where it's a big wraparound, right? But because it's 5 picks apart, I can do this. It's not bastardizing again. You just riding the wave. I'm gonna take Michael Thomas right here, and Elijah Moore will fall to 903, and we're gonna take it. Bing, just like that. Cortland Sutton goes 811. Geno Smith goes 812. Samaje Perine 901, and San Francisco defense goes 902. So we're going to take Elijah Moore right here, and I like where we're going. Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Damian Pierce, David Montgomery at the running back position. That's 4 guys. Jalen Waddle, Deebo Samuel, Mike Evans, Mike Thomas, Elijah Moore at the wide receivers, and that's 5. And now we're at the 10-10. Jameson Williams just went off the board. Nico Collins just went off the board. Devon A-Chain goes 1009. I think that would have been our selection here, but we got sniped by the good old Orange Sherbert team. So I think that's going to leave Zach Charbonnet in our palms. And we're going to take Zach Charbonnet right here at the 10-10. And then Kendre at the 1103. We're looking very, very good with this roster right now. Okay, and I think at the 12-10, Tank Bigsby goes 1209, David Njoku 1208, Pat Freiermuth 1207. I believe if we take Roshan right here, because that's top of the board, that I think Anthony Richardson will be this next selection. Bang, right there. Anthony Richardson rears his head. We don't have a quarterback. We're going to snag our quarterback right here, right now on RosterWatch. That's the out for the serious show if you don't listen on the weekends. All right, we need a tight end and we need a bench spot here going into the last round. Let's click this tight end spot here. Sam Laporta's top of the food chain. I know Alex loves him, some Sam Laporta. And we're going to go ahead and take him. And then at the 1503, after Clyde Edwards-Helaire, after Jerome Ford, hey, there's Chase Claypool. There's Trashman's boy. We'll see if a couple weeks. John Mechie also goes 14-12 right after Chase Claypool. We'll see what Trashman has to say about John Mechie. He'll be down at Houston's camp next Wednesday. Not this week, but next Wednesday. Our last selection here looks like we have 4 running backs on the bench. So I'm going to use this as a wide receiver. Go ahead and go Van Jefferson here. And then we'll auto draft the defense and the kicker. And we'll get a grade of 97. We upped it. 96 last time, 97 this time. Anthony Richardson, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Jalen Waddle, Deebo Samuel, Sam Laporta, Damian Pierce, Mike Evans, Montgomery, Michael Thomas, Elijah Moore, Zach Charbonnet, Kendre Miller, Roschon Johnson. So we got all the running backs, all the rookie running backs. And then Van Jefferson. I absolutely love it. And we get a 98 again from Derek Brown, 97s across the board from Pisapia, from Erickson, and from Fitzmaurice. If you're in the chat and you want to see one more, let me know. I think we're going to call it here, though. I don't really want to. Do I thread the needle with a third draft? Do I thread the needle? I mean, we got a 96 and a 97. We have been so majestically hot. We went from the back end. We went from the front end. This cheat sheet, this PPR cheat sheet 5.0. Alex, chef's kiss, clap, high five, whatever you want. This is majestically. This is dialed. This is dialed the fuck in, if I must say so myself. So this, let's do one more. Fuck it. Let's go. Jamie says, try it again. Let's go from the 6 hole. All right. You ain't got to twist my leg. Let's go ahead and do this one. We'll run it here really quickly, and then we'll get on out of here. Let you guys have a fine Monday. I'm excited, man. This is draft season. I'm going on the road tomorrow. All right. He says 6 or 7. I already clicked 6. We're going to go ahead and leave it at 6. Right in the middle. I like that. That's okay. All right, here. Let's draft this one. Let's see what we pull here. From the one, again, we're going from the 106. We're using the PPR version 5.0 over at RosterWatch.com. Make sure you go over to RosterWatch right now, become a pro member. You can even try just for a month if you just want to do drafting. You can do month to month. Get the pro version, and you can do PPR Cheat Sheet 5.0 for your 1 QB drafts. You can do 2 quarterback Superflex version 5.0 is also available, and standard and half PPR is also available version 1.1. These are updated literally maniacally every hour during the day. When something happens, we update this shit. So every single day, it's always dialed in. I can't even tell you. So I'm going to share what the screen looks like. This is literally what the cheat sheet looks like. So you get the cheat sheet, bang, it looks like this, and you can see all the players dialed in just like that. And that's how we do it over here at Roster Watch. And you just get it all laid out perfectly. That's what we say about the same line. If they're in the same line, it's the rules. Mark the players off. Select the highest remaining player. If it's a tie, choose the player you like. That's why we give a tie. If it's like Austin Eckler, Tyreek Hill, you get to freaking choose. But for this example right here that we're drafting right now, from the 6th hole, Austin Eckler went 105. So we can't take Austin Eckler. Justin Jefferson goes 1, Chase 2, McCaffrey 3, Kupp 4, Eckler 5, and we're up at the 6. And like I said before, Tyreek Hill's top of the page. Tyreek Hill's on the squad. All right, come around to the 207. Amon-Ra goes off at 206. Damn, I wish he would have fell. Devonta Adams at the 205 is right there. And 207, we're on the board. It looks like Tony Pollard is the best player available pretty clearly for us. He is running back 4 for us. Derrick Henry's next available, RB7. He's our 9th ranked player. Derrick Henry's our 15th ranked player. They left us some insane value on Tony Pollard here at the 207. Again, his ADP is 20, so we're a little ahead of consensus, obviously, because we love Tony Pollard, if you couldn't tell already. All right, falling to the 306, the last 5 picks, Jahmyr Gibbs at the 302, Andrews at the 303, Stevenson 304, and Josh Allen 305. Now we're on the board here. Travis Etienne, Devonta Smith. Etienne's 1 spot ahead of Devonta, so we're going to go ahead and take our running back number 2, Travis Etienne. Doug Peterson recently came out and said that it wouldn't surprise him if Travis Etienne went 1,600 rushing and 700 receiving, which is feels random numbers. Maybe that's because that would have been the most rushing yards in the season of the NFL last year. It just seems aggressive. 1,600 yards on the ground for Travis Etienne. I don't know. We'll see. If he's 215 pounds, sure, sign me up. I'm cool. I'm there. But the receiving end, I definitely can get on board with 700 receiving yards for Etienne. Let's pick here from the 407. The last 5 picks have been wide receiver. Godwin at the 402. Lockett, Judy, Samuel, and Hopkins. So that puts us right here at the 407. Got to be some running backs available. It looks like Miles Sanders is here and Calvin Ridley. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take Calvin Ridley here because that last draft we saw Calvin Ridley go all the way up. I think it was 302, 303. His ADP is currently 40. We're here at pick 407. So that puts us right at about 43 on the board. So I'm going to go ahead and take Calvin Ridley. Give us another wide receiver because we only have 1 Tyreek Hill right now. I like Calvin Ridley as an RB2. Now, between here and there, 501 goes Dameon Pierce and Alexander Madison, Amari Cooper, Terry McLaurin, Miles Sanders. Falls all the way to the 505. So we literally were just looking at Miles Sanders and he almost fell back to us. 506, Christian Watson and J.K. Dobbins. Watson is a couple spots ahead of J.K. Dobbins. We're going to take Watson right here at the 506. So that starts us out. Tony Pollard, Travis Etienne, Tyreek Hill, Calvin Ridley, Christian Watson. Now we're on the board at 607. Rashad White, 604. Dalvin Cook, 605. Justin Fields, 606. And with the 607, we're going to go ahead and take James Conner, a guy that we have recently moved up quite a bit. And I think, we're sitting here again. Look at the ADP. James Conner, 62. David Montgomery, 83. I think we end up taking Conner and Montgomery here. I think we're going to take Conner at the 606. I think Montgomery's going to follow us to the 706. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what happens. James Conner, the 607. And David Montgomery falls to the 706, as we just said. DeAndre Swift goes 704, Javonte Williams 703, Cam Akers 705. Montgomery fell back to us here at the 706. That's a squad. Tony Pollard, Travis Etienne, James Conner, David Montgomery, wide receiver, Tyreek Hill, Calvin Ridley, Christian Watson. So we could use another wide receiver right here. Are they going to give us an option, or are they going to make us select Antonio Gibson? It's Antonio Gibson, then Michael Thomas. We're going to go and take Antonio Gibson right here at the 807. And at the 906, the Eagles defense just went off the board. Jerick McKinnon just went off the board. The Niners defense went off the board. Very, 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 very pukey. If you must ask, if you must answer. Sorry if I must say. Deshaun Watson sitting right here. And he's on the same line as Samaje Perine. Is this one of the rosters where you don't wait and take Anthony Richardson? You take Deshaun Watson. Or do you take Samaje Perine because you already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 running backs, and you make Samaje Perine be that 6th running back because they're not going to bring anybody else to Denver. And if Javonte starts out but then gets banged up, you're going to get a couple games at least out of Samaje before they sign somebody. Let's go ahead and take Samaje Perine right here. I'm going to thread the needle. Let's thread the needle, and let's see if we can get Anthony Richardson. Just kidding. I guess they're going to make us take Deshaun Watson here at 1007. ADP of 73. We have him ranked 94th, and we're going to take him here at 115 overall. So pretty insane value here in Deshaun Watson. Got to do it, I guess. We got to do it. So Tyler Boyd goes 1105. Yeah, I mean, I don't got Elijah. I think Elijah Moore, did he go yet? Or is he coming? I think he already went. Jamie said, don't you want the Elijah Moore stack? I do, but I don't have Elijah Moore. So, yeah, unfortunately, that doesn't work. And I missed out on him. Let's see where he go in this draft. Elijah Moore would have been 2 rounds ago. God, he went at 802. He went a while ago, unfortunately. All right, so we're back on the board right here. And we got Allen Lazard and Rondale Moore. Take Allen Lazard. Go back to all. And David Njoku. There's our stack. We'll take our first tight end right there. We got 3 bench spots left. And we already have a quarterback, so we're not going to take Tua. We'll take Tyjae Spears. Come back around. Take Van Jefferson at the 14-7. And we have 1 bench spot left. And we're going to go ahead and take. Is there a good backup tight end? No. Kincaid's gone, it looks like. All right. Let's go ahead and take a wide receiver here. Let's take Paris Campbell. And then we'll auto draft. There we go. Yeah, Jamie, he's talking about the last draft with Elijah Moore. Yeah, we get Elijah in like every draft. That's why I was surprised we didn't get him here. But okay, so we get a 90, A- on this one here. Pretty good draft. Deshaun, I think it would have, again, I think it still would have been like a 96 if we would have gotten our boy Anthony Richardson. But Deshaun Watson, Tony Pollard. I also have noticed this. This is a random tangent. Every time I've taken Deshaun Watson in one of these, they give us a very, very, very poor grade. So I don't know, man. Deshaun Watson, Tony Pollard, Travis Etienne, Tyreek Hill, Calvin Ridley, David Njoku, Christian Watson, James Conner, David Montgomery, Antonio Gibson, Samaje Perine, Allen Lazard, Tyjae Spears, Van Jefferson, Paris Campbell. We get a 98 from Derek. Again, that's 98 on all 3 drafts from Derek Brown. Shout out, Derek Brown. Appreciate you. All right, there's the draft. Let's see where Anthony Richardson went. Anthony went 11-10 in this one. So he's going anywhere in the 11th, 12th, and 13th, all depending. And I think you have to pay a little more for him. See, 10-8. We would have gotten him at the 1106 too. Damn. Well, whatever. We could take Kendre, took Richardson here, and then you would have came back around, still got Njoku. And then we could take in Jefferson. Yeah, it's all right. I like where we're at. I had a pretty good draft here. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in, tapping in. This is another mock draft here. I'm Cody Carpentier. You can find me on Twitter at CarpentierNFL. We'll be live again this week doing another mock. We'll do a super flex next time. And you can go find all of these cheat sheets, the Ultimate Draft cheat sheets, over at RosterWatch.com. be a pro or a premium member, you get version 5.0 of the one quarterback PPR, version 5.0 of the Superflex, and also version 1.1 of the standard are all up right now at rosterwatch.com. We'll be live from SiriusXM channel 87 Friday at noon, and Saturday I believe it's at 5. And I'll be live on Friday. I'll be in Canton, Ohio for the Fantasy Football Expo. Come down, check it out, say hi if you see me, or don't if you don't. I don't care. It's okay. And then I'll be at the Carolina Panthers training camp on Tuesday and Wednesday. Byron is in the Dallas Cowboys training camp on Monday. Chargers and Rams on Tuesday, and then he'll be at the Raiders later this week. Great week over here at Roster Watch. Make sure you stay tuned in, stay tapped in. Until next time, I appreciate you. I'll see you. Have a good one.